Alrighty, so hello, I'm Aspro, and I'm going to teach you how to use Roll20. So first, obviously, you gotta search Roll20, go to the first link, roll20.net, and then make your account. Where you have an account, you can get an invite from me or from whoever, and you can also look for games. And there's a bunch of listings. But anyway, once you have a game, you can launch it. And here, this is the chat. You can talk to whoever is also in your game. Obviously, they also have to be in the game to see your messages. These are the sheets. It's the labeled journal, but your main business here is going to be your character sheet. So for your character sheet, you have whoever your character is. Maybe you'll start out with blank sheets, or maybe your DM will remake one for you. I don't know. But here is my character, Delilah. You can edit, and here you can choose their picture. You can remove one, add whatever you want. Let's say I want to change mine. Go find my picture and let me just get some random one. Maybe I want this now. So I'll do that, wait for the picture to upload. I can edit my name and I can edit my bio. There's all these tools. What you would usually find in, a Google document or such. Whenever you make your changes, you save it. Aside from bio, you also have your character sheet. You'll probably start out in the level 1 character mancer. You won't have that other character sheet right away. You can pick your race, class, abilities, blah blah blah. This is for you to decide and to do whenever. There's plenty of guides to help you with choosing how your character is. Name at the top. You have class and level, your background, your race, your alignment, and experience if you're using it. For example, my campaign just milestone leveling. Here you can toggle whether you're rolling publicly. So if I roll initiative, for example, everyone will be able to see my roll. If I want to whisper roll, so the GM tells me to make a secret roll, let's say I have to make a secret strength save. I would roll the save, and that will only be seen by the GM or DM. Here are your stats. You can just change this however you want. It'll automatically change your modifier for you as inspiration for whether or not, so you can remember whether or not you have an inspiration die from the DM. Your proficiency bonus, which is it keeps track automatically. Your saves and more save modifiers if you have a ring of protection or an art of protection from a paladin. Here are your skills. The check mark means you're proficient. If you don't check it, then you do not have proficiency with that skill. If you click it, it will automatically roll your skill check for you, and it will do any modifiers you have. Here you have your passive perception. It's automatically detected. Here's tool proficiencies. You can edit this to use whatever attribute you want it to, and if you have a set of cooking tools and you're not proficient with them, you can add them here. I can just go cooking tools, and maybe you have expertise, or maybe you're a bard that has jack of all trades, and you can have your modifier or something like that. You check whatever attribute you want. whatever it might be, or maybe there is no associated attribute. And then you have any extra modifiers. And usually it will ask you if, okay, so proficiency bonus. So you can check if you're proficient, or if you're not proficient and you're like a bard, that's I believe level 3 after a couple trades, or if you have expertise, then it already assumes you're proficient. And if you're doing jack of all trades, it assumes you're not proficient, because you can't use that on something you're proficient with, I believe. But anyway, it's getting into a specific class. So here you have your other proficiencies languages. Usually it lists like languages and weapon or armor proficiencies individually. What I like to do is just delete all of them so I don't have like just a running list, and I can just put everything in one place. And when the DM asks for what languages everyone speaks, you can just click once and you have all 3. I think that's just really convenient. If you have a bunch of like weapon proficiencies, you can put them all together or not. It's up to you, whatever you want. For me, I have simple weapons, I have my ranged weapons, and I have the couple extra weapons that come with my class. This is your armor class. If you have armor, as long as it's in the compendium, which I will tell you about in just a second. If you drag your armor from the compendium, you can put it in your inventory, and if you check the armor, a check means it's equipped. If it's not checked, it will gray out and it means it's not equipped. It will Roll20 will automatically detect your armor class, and it will take into account your dexterity if you can use your dexterity with your armor, and if not, or if there's a limit, like with some medium armors and most or all of heavy armors, it's going to do all of that automatically for you, so you don't really have to worry about doing anything here. Your initiative, so normally it will not have a decimal, it will just be like a flat 6 or a flat 7. And to toggle the initiative tiebreaker, you have to go into your settings right here and do your dexterity tiebreaker. If I take it off, you can see it's just a 6. If I put it back on, you can see it's a 6.18. For your speed, it will automatically be calculated when you pick your race and all your extra stuff. If it's wrong, you can just edit it, change it to whatever it is. Here your hit points are automatically calculated when you level up. If you are leveling and you average, then it will automatically do the average for whatever class you're doing, or if you roll, it will roll for you. And it works with whatever class you have, but if you're doing a homebrew class, it might be a little bit more complicated, and we're not going to get into that because this isn't that kind of tutorial. So anyway, these are your current hit points. This is your max, hit point max, current hit points. You can toggle this down, up, whatever, so you can keep track of everything easily. These are your temporary hit points. There is no max because you don't have a max for temporary hit points. And you can't heal temporary hit points, so whatever you have, you have. If it goes away, it goes away and does not return. Okay, and these are your hit dice. So since I'm multi-classing to a bard and sorcerer, I have my d8 from my bard from my 6 bard levels, and I have my d6s from my 7 sorcerer levels. And if you use one, you can just, again, decrease, increase, whatever. You can also edit this. I would recommend not worrying about this, just leaving it be, unless you are again doing a homebrew class, in which case, good luck. Here are your dev saves. You can automatically make one. It will just add, it will just do the flat, 1d20 plus whatever modifiers you have. For example, my robe of stars, my ring of protection, do help me with my death save because it helps with any death saving throws. If you have like a paladin that has an aura of protection, then maybe you get a bunch of modifiers to your death saves, and that's how that goes. It will do this automatically, and you can check. So I got an 8, so I failed. I got another 8, so I failed again. And you can keep track. I'm not going over the rules because I'm just giving a tour over for Roll20. Exhaustion level, so now there's an exhaustion tracker and you can check as many levels as you have. And then it tells you at level 1 you have disadvantage, at level 2 your speed is halved, at level 3 disadvantage and this and that, and so on and so forth. Okay. These are all your attacks. So like if you have a sword, for example, I have a +1 rapier. I also have a fancy holy sword. That will appear here, and it will go in whatever order you have, like going down the list, and in whatever order you have in spells, it's just first come first serve. I personally just put everything together by like association, so like both my swords are on top. My damaging spells are here in the middle, and then I have a bunch of healing spells at the bottom. You can also do like healing potions if you want to do that. I think that's very handy, so you don't have to do /R 2d4 + 4 every time you want to use a basic healing potion or something. Excuse me. Okay, so here is your money, copper pieces, silver pieces. I don't remember which one this is. No one uses it. Gold pieces, platinum pieces. There you go. Here's some money. You can keep track. I spent 5 coppers. Okay, take away 5. There you go. I took away 2. Anyway, my lack of ability to do basic math aside, here's your money. Good luck. I hope you're rich. Okay, and then here you have a crap ton of items. This is what your character is carrying. I have it set so that only the things that are checked off, so only things that my character has equipped, is weighed. So since sometimes it automatically tracks, depending on what you do with your settings, it will automatically track for what was it called? Encumbrance. Here you go. So it has 3 different rules for encumbrance: simple, variant, or just turn it off. If I have like too much stuff carrying, so let's say my soap weighs like 500 pounds or something, it will automatically, it should figure out that I'm over carrying capacity. I have very heavy soap, so I'm encumbered, and your DM has the rules on whatever happens with encumbrance. So just ask your DM what happens if I'm over carrying capacity. And you can suffer the consequences of your own actions. Okay. Okay, so I'll go ahead and talk about the compendium real quick since we're in the items list. Items, equip, unequip, how many you have, quantity, the name of the item, and how much it weighs in pounds. You click the little eye and you can choose whether you have it equipped or you don't, whether it's used as a resource. So like if you You can put a tracker here for how many. Oh, this is not a good example. For example, my red absorption, I do use it as a resource. I don't know why it's not there, but that's fine. Okay, another example. That's also not a very good example. Let's see. Oil. I can check use as resource, and then it will tell me I have 3 little bases of oil, and then I can decrease it to 2, or I can increase it to 3 if I bought it. If I bought more, if I used one, it will automatically keep track of how many I have here. It has an attack, so if you want to add an improvised attack to your oil, you can go up here and customize it. Name of your attack, oil, attack, strength or something. You can check up on the rules for throwing a pint of oil at someone, whatever. You can go ahead and edit that. And then you have the description. It's an improvised weapon, the item type. All of this will be automatic if you drop something from the compendium. So like if I search for oil, let's say I did not have oil, I can just search for it, drop it. Wow, look, it's crazy, I have oil now, wow. And it will automatically add whatever properties it will. As long as it's in the compendium. There's a lot of things that aren't in the compendium, and it's very annoying. But, you know, I believe you can connect your Roll20 account to your, what was it? This is to your is it Fantasy Grounds? I don't really remember. Let me see. D&D Beyond. Okay, yes. So you can connect your Roll20 account to your D&D Beyond account, and if you have bought books online, you have like rule books, DM's Guide, Bestiary, whatever. When you add books, you will also get rules added on, and subclasses, and whatever's on the book, it will add on here, and you can search in the compendium. But if you don't, if you're broke like me, then you will have to manually add things like I don't know, College of Glimmer Bard or something. Maybe that's like a class that came in Tasha's Cauldron or something like that, you know. So you'll have to manually add it and go through the grueling process of every number and every letter. But you know, that's such as life. Here you have your personality traits, your ideals, your bonds and flaws. Just basic character creation things. Here's all the counters to keep track of whatever. You can add something. Say, I have a total of 50 feet of string. So I've used none of my string or of my rope. And oh, I used 25 feet to get over there, and I cut it off so that the big bad evil guy would not chase me. Okay, so I lost 25 feet of string, so I have 25 left. So now I only have 25 feet. Or maybe I used 25 foot and then I recovered it after. So I have 25. I did whatever I had to do. Oh, that's right, my rope. Okay, I recovered the rest of my rope. Cool. There you go. You're back to 50 feet of rope. It's simple, just numbers, keep track of whatever you want. Sometimes also use it for counters if your DM cares about like counting 1 minute for your spell or something. Do spell. Okay, 1 minute is 10 rounds. Okay, cool. One round has passed. Boom. Okay, it's my turn again. That means another round passed. Boom. And that way you can just easily keep track of whatever you want to keep track of. It's just, I think it's very useful. You can keep track of your sorcery points, of your bardic inspiration. I use it to keep track of my rod of absorption. To see how many points I have of absorption. You gotta be a little careful sometimes. Because if you list something as a resource, it will automatically go up here. But if you like maybe want to move it somewhere else, then it might like glitch. So what I have to do, let's say I have 50 over 40. No resource there. So if I go down to my road of absorption, I click it, use as resource. Here you go. It says 1 because I have a quantity of 1. I don't have 50 rods of absorption. It will mess with my weight if I do change that. So I prefer not to use this as a resource. But there are some things that are good to use as a resource for. It's just preference. So you can edit that as you wish. Here's all your features and traits. You can add one very easily. Name. What's the name of your trait? Where does it come from? Is it like a racial trait that your character just has because of their race? Maybe this is because you have a homebrew race or a race from a book you don't own. You can then add, for example, I don't have wherever the ASMR is from, so my celestial resistance. I had to add it manually. I did my name, celestial resistance, source, it's a racial feat, the source type, or it becomes from being an ASMR. And then I can write the description or copy paste it or whatever. You can also show your share with the chat whatever you want to share with them. And this will not, as far as I know, like calculate any numbers for you. So if you want to like add a modifier or something, you can't do it just by putting it in here. But you can do it when you mess with all of this. So, for example, with insight, I have expertise because I chose to have expertise with insight when I became like a level 8 bard or whatever, or level 4 bard or whatever it is. You can do normal, so like normal proficiency, or expertise, which like doubles my proficiency basically. Um, if you have like some sort of modifier from being like a tabaxi or something, you can add your whatever modifier for whatever reason. If you're a bard, you can add your jack of all trades. If you have reliable talent, or if there's like a modifier for passive perception, all of that you can handle here. This is for your skills. These are the options for if you have a homebrew class. So like let's say I'm a homebrew I don't know, what was that class? Blood Hunter? You can choose your hit die. You can choose your spellcasting if you have any. You can choose what type of spellcaster you are, like full, half, third, full. Okay, I'm not gonna get into the rules, but you know, whatever saves your class comes with, blah blah blah. This is your regular class options for like from the class you started with. If you have something like Halfling Luck, Arcane Fighter, Arcane Rogue, things that make your class very unique, you would change that here. You can choose up to 4 multi-classes. You might be able to choose more if you like click all of them. Okay, maybe not. Whatever, I don't know why you would have this many subclasses, but you know, there you go. Multi-class options, level, What class is it? Blah blah blah. The easiest way to do this is just by going to the level plus character mancer. So like if you level up, I did like a quick show before. You start your level up, what class is it, or maybe you're multi-classing, whatever. You do your HP, features, ability increase, blah blah blah. Your spell slot modifiers, if you have modifiers for spell slots for whatever reason. Um, Attribute options, if your attributes are increased for whatever reason. Initiative style, maybe you have like an armor that gives you disadvantage or something, you put disadvantage, or maybe you have a feat that gives you advantage in initiative, then you add advantage. Whatever, this is for the tiebreaker. These are all the modifiers for your strength, dex, con, intelligence, blah blah blah. If you need to edit it, cool. If you don't, ignore it. Your health modifiers for whatever reason. And then levels, or this is for your health modifiers. Maybe you have something special for whatever reason from like DM dice or something. Who knows? If you need to do it, here it is. If you don't, great, ignore it. Modification for your saves. And then finally all the general options. Spell points, there you go. Piety, hero points, track your dice per class instead of just one class. I have it on. If you multi-class, you probably want this on. If you don't, then you doesn't matter. This is to toggle your compatibility for features, inventory, proficiencies, blah blah blah. The compendium again is this little eye icon. You can search for whatever. I have the ignore non-equipped items weight because I have a bag of holding. These rules, just talk to your DM about it. If you have something equipped, and you want it to count towards your carrying capacity, there you go. Or if not, no, whatever. Encumbrance, I have my simple rules personally. I already said talk to your GM for what rules you use. Auto level calculations, so for using the character mancer, or if you like this might be for experience points. I'm not sure actually. Add your character name to templates. So like if you make templates, add your name. And a bunch of other settings. Proficiency bonus, critical range. Some classes can do criticals at 19 instead of a 20. Just so many things. You can choose to toggle or always or never whisper rolls. Okay, so this, if you don't have anything here, you have to come into the settings to do the advantage toggle, so you can choose if you're rolling advantage, normal, disadvantage. And if you're NPC or not. And since you will be making your own characters, don't click that. Just don't mess with it. For your bio, you have description of your character appearance. Oh, well, my character is 5'6", light-skinned Asimar with wide silver hair and icy blue eyes, blah blah blah. You have your backstory, your allies, organizations, features and traits, treasure, whatever. You also have something different up here. So like your age, eye color, skin, hair, blah blah blah. You can see it's like a little different from your class level background. This is more roleplay stuff. This is more technical stuff. And then you have your spells if you're a spellcaster, and if not, you don't really care about this. For your spells, it automatically tracks how many spell slots you have. And if you have a mix between a full caster or a medium or like, what's it, third caster? It just automatically does this for you depending on what class you choose. So, for example, I have up to level 7 slots, but I don't have level 7 spells. It's just a separate thing with rules. You can only know up to this level for this class, etc., etc. Rules. I'm not getting into it right now. If there is like a spell, if the spell is in the compendium, let's say I wanna put in invisibility. So rules, nope, no, I'm not looking for the invisible condition, I'm not looking for a monster, I'm not looking for an item, I'm looking for spells. So invisibility. Let's say I want see invisibility. Well, I can just drag it in here as long as you have it on, and then boom, see invisibility right there. You can throw it in the chat. You can learn more. It's here. You get the components, whether it's concentration or not. That little C. And then it says what school it's from, what level it is, how much time it takes to cast it, range, blah blah blah. If you're an unlucky soul and you want to add a homebrew spell or a spell from a something that is not in the compendium, you have to manually add it. Here's the name, the school, whether it's a ritual or not, the casting time, all of that stuff. Whatever spellcasting ability you use for it, if you use something for it, if it's an innate spell, the output, if it's just like a description, or maybe you have an attack. You can choose if you have to roll an attack, what type of damage. So for damage, you would do like if it's a flat number, flat damage, or if it's a roll, you do the like how many dice and what type of dice, and the lowest level it goes. And then the damage type, let's say it's radiant, or maybe if it's healing, you put healing, or if you want it to roll, you can do damage and do type healing. It doesn't really matter. You can add your ability modifier if that's a thing that happens, or if it requires a saving throw. Maybe your thingy is like, I don't know, a spell that attacks your mind. Attack mind, cool. It's only visual and somatic components, no material, cool. You use your charisma because you're a sorcerer or something. Then you attack, and then the spell doesn't need to attack because it's nothing physical. You just attack someone's mind, so you do 1d8 psychic. There you go. And you have to make a wisdom saving throw or take half damage. Or maybe you have to make a wisdom saving throw or take no damage. Whatever it is, it will tell you afterwards. If you can upcast it, okay, then you can increase how many D whatever. Mine's a D8, so if I upcast it, I can increase it 1d8 plus nothing because it's just not part of the spell. 1d8 every level, and then here you can choose whether to increase description or not. Partial, I'm pretty sure just cuts off at a certain point, and then on is just like the full description. So let's say you attack a creature's mind. You attack a creature's mind. Cool. At higher levels, increase 1d8 per level. Cool. Here's what class it's from and type, whatever. I don't really mess with that usually. And if you are going to use your spell, you just click it. It's gonna ask you. Oh. Oh, I must have done something wrong. Oops. Okay. One action, range 60 feet, target one creature, blah 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 blah. Duration, instant. Okay. Spellcasting. Okay. That was my bad. For whatever spellcasting modifier you use, for me, both of my spellcasting modifier or abilities are charisma, so that's just the regular thing for me. Spellcasting ability, here it is. The DC, attack bonus, whatever. Type 1d8. Yep. Okay, it should be good. It doesn't make a spell attack. Let's see if it works now. That's odd. If you throw it in, attack mind, duration. Okay, so it should be asking me to do damage. So let's try it with frostbite. Click frostbite. Okay, this one automatically it has DC. Here's like the DC after me. And the description of what happens if you meet the DC. What kind of save? The description. Here's the damage. And if it increases with your level, you have to add that here. Where is it? Where is it? Cantrip progression, cantrip dice, whatever. And it rolls damage. There you go. It seems I did something wrong. You know. That's the basics. If you try to do it and it doesn't work, then just look at other spells and copy from that. For me, I like to put like for Revivify, you need specific like 300 gold piece components. I like to put in the innate casting, how many I have left, so I can easily keep track of that. That's just preference thing. If you have like a bonus spell from your class, I like to mark it. You don't have to. Again, preference. It tells you how many slots you have total, and if you use a slot, boom, easy to keep track of. And yeah. Attributes and abilities. I don't usually mess with this. Macro generator. Okay. The macro generator and the token editor is from an add-on I have. So I don't mess with this. I usually just let the DM mess with these things. And then you can export or overwrite your character, so you can like use it in other campaigns and such. Here are like the handouts. My DM, for example, gave us a world map, which is broken right now for some reason. Or like, here's a picture of the mysterious painting we saw like 5 months ago or something. And then you can like zoom in, take a closer look, open your image, whatever. You can pop out your character sheet or your handout, whatever. I like to pop out my character sheet so I can just alt tab between things. Preference, whatever. If you have your character sheet popped out, you cannot pull things from the compendium into your sheet. You will have to open it in the same window. I already showed you the chat. Oh, here you can speak as whatever characters you have control over. So if I want to speak as my regular name, which right now I have as Delilah, because that's just what's easy for me. For the DM to like see my armor class and such. But let's say I want to speak as Dawn because I have control over him. I can say, hi, I hate Celestials. And Dawn will say, hi, I hate Celestials. Cool. You want to do slash me. It's like a roleplay thing. So like slash me, and then it speaks in third person. So it's gonna be Dawn Therian, whatever. Uh, exclaims that he hates celestials. Cool. And then it goes Don Theorizes Azuris, whatever, exclaims that he hates celestials. There you go. That's how you do that. Compendium. The jukebox is something that the DM edits, so you can hear that he's using an ocean voyage, whatever, sound effects. Cool. Macros. That's like programming. Uh, Adding a macro is really annoying. You're gonna, if you wanna do that, look up a guide. I hate it. It's really annoying, but it's also very useful. If I'm like in full screen mode and I don't wanna alt tab and I just wanna roll initiative real quick, boom, roll initiative. There you go. Or if I wanna attack with my row of stars, boom, it does my roll for my row of stars. But I have to, oh, and it will do it as whatever character you are. So keep that in mind. For my robe of stars, as an example, I run the command /me rips for a patch of a rope and summons a flurry of shooting stars. Well, here Dawn is doing it because I was still in speaking as Dawn. But in reality, my character would do it. So if I try that again, if I roll initiative, there you go. Amari rolled initiative. Or if you want to use my robe of stars, there you go. R/D4+7. It's like level 7 magic missile, whatever. Roll it, and here you go. So I don't have to do R/blah blah blah. I don't have to type all of this out every time. I can just put it in, test it, show if it's a token action or not. You can toggle that, whatever. There you go. It makes your life easier if you know how to use it. You can toggle whether it's on your little macro bar here or not, and you can like move it around. There you go. You can also move around the names of people. I like to put mine in the corner over here. You have like playing card decks, rollable tables, whatever. I don't mess with it. And then here is your settings. This is for the add-on that I have. You can exit your game. You can change your display. And then once you change it, you have to save. Music volume. Make it quieter. Make it louder. Whatever. Use advanced keyboard shortcuts. I personally don't use them because I don't remember them. If you can, or if you want to, go and learn them and then toggle them. Good luck with that. Automatically use window pop-outs or not. I usually don't. If I want to pop it out, I just do that manually. For like maximizing and minimizing, all you gotta do is double click. And there's a little X to like close your character sheet, whatever. Enable the background chat feed. That's if like someone says something. Okay, it doesn't work when you do it, but when someone else says something, you will get a little beep, and it will tell you, oh hey, someone said something in chat. Enable 3D dice. That's just if you want to roll dice. You see the dice actually roll. It's pretty cool. So I like it. If you click on your name right over here, if you click on the little icon, you can choose whatever color you want for your dice, and I believe for your... Nope, just for your dice. Okay, yep, that's all it does. That's all this little icon does. Automatically roll dice or don't. It's whatever you want. Enable chat avatars, blah blah blah. Okay, so this you scroll to zoom or pan. I like zoom, so I use zoom. You also have a zoom icon here, but I don't really like it that much, so I just use my scroll wheel. Let's see. You can clear the chat log if it's annoying, and then boom. It's all nice and clean. There you go. Game settings. This is for the icons. So if okay, I usually keep it names only because it's less intrusive. But there's like large icons, regular icons, small icons, and then names. I like to do names so I can see more of my screen. I'll reset the location, so if you like moved it somewhere, like it glitched or something, you can just reset it, and there you go, it's back to where it was. This is for the audio and video chat. I don't use it, so I don't know much about it. And that's mostly it. Again, or scrolling will either pan or zoom your map. Here you can like select tokens basically, so like if I want to select multiple tokens, I would move them by selecting multiple of them at once. You can also choose to change to the pan view, so you can left click and pan. I just usually right click and have select as my default. Draw, you can like draw on the screen if you want to do like an area of affected tag or something. And then you can move it or delete it with the delete button. Uh, Freehand, blah blah. Freehand, polygon. There you go. Just a bunch of neat little things you can do. Text. I want to write hi. There's. Whoa, the C said hi. Wow, that's crazy. Whoa. There you go. Zoom. If you want to manually zoom with numbers or whatever, you can do that. Okay, the ruler. This one is actually very useful. So you click on whatever grid. If your DM has a grid, it will automatically like snap to it. So snap to the center or the corner, or not snapping at all. Since we do not have the Roll20 grid, and this is just like the picture, you just click whatever. And let's say I want to move. My movement speed is 30 feet. So let's say I walk over here 30 feet. So I can walk up to here. Okay. Boom. It's easy. Or if you're moving your token, you can select it, move it, and start from right click from where you're starting, and then move it wherever you want, and it will automatically tell you how much it is. Remember, left click, move, right click, show. There it is. Or if you want to like measure how big the sail is, well, there you go. And if you want to do it secretly, you don't want everyone else to see what you're doing. Maybe you have like a secret plan you want to do. Whoa. You can secretly measure the sail of the ship. There you go. Here, if your GM tells you to roll a d20 for like luck or something, there you go. You can roll it. Or if you can like toggle the whisper to GM or not, and then there's a lot of like coding stuff. There's the advanced dice roller. What do you want to roll? Your last 20 rolls, whatever. It's just all here. You can roll 1d4, 2d4, 3, blah blah blah. You can fudge a dice roll. And just whatever. If you want to do some weird dice. There you go. And that is about it. There you go. Chat archive. Woo! If you want. Wow. Well, I can explain. We had some really good food. Don't question it. Alright, thanks for watching my tutorial of Roll20. Bye!